I'm Will Hunter, and you're watching Fake Leaf coverage on the Fake Sports Network. Welcome back, Fake Sports fans. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Will Hunter. This is my custom league. Not the regular NHL. You can check out my custom league rules in the description for context. And with that said, our Leafs finished the regular season first overall. So our number 1 seed Leafs play the 32nd seed Nashville Predators in the first of 5 rounds of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So let's have a look at the lineups and then get into game 1. Playing for Nashville on the first line is Kirill Kaprizov, Tage Thompson, and Troy Terry. On the second line is Ted Lindsay, Dylan Strome, and Vandy Malkin. On the third line is Jordan Stahl, Braden Chen, and Scott Gomez. And on their fourth line is Teddy Bluger, Cody Glass, and Justin Brezzo. On defense on the first pair is Adam Pellet with Eric Carlson. On the second pair is Nick Leddy with Rob Ramage. And on the third pair is Robin Regier, Michelle Samuelson. Starting the net is Mackenzie Blackwood with Olaf Kolzig backing up. And their scratch players tonight are Radek Faksa, Michael Delzato, and Scott Perunovich. First, an injury update for the Leafs. Danny McDonald's still out, won't be fully recovered till April 19th, which means he'll return around Game 6. So playing for the Leafs on the first line is Marcus Naslund, Eric Lindros, and Peter Bondra. On the second line, Alexander Burrows, Bobby Clark, and Mark Parrish. On the third line, Scott Lawton, Vincent Danfus, and Glenn Murray. And on the fourth line, Zach Hyman, Jonathan Taves, and Marcus Johansson. On defense, on the first pair is Josh Morrissey with Adam Foote. On the second pair, Ivan Provorov with Eric Cerdak. And on the third pair, Yusuf Valimaki with Tyler Myers. Starting the net is Dominik Hasek with Artur Shilov backing up. And their scratch players tonight are Lanny McDonald, Damon Hunt, and Nikita Gurbankin.
Game 1 of this playoff matchup set to go down. Both teams want to get off to a good start. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. Setters glide into position for the opening draw. You can feel the intensity of this one. Total playoff atmosphere. We're underway. Lindros plays the puck. Comes up with a monster save in front.
Well, you don't make the save if you're not dialed in and focused. That's exactly what he is. He's following the puck and just makes that save. It's incredible, really, because you got to be athletic to be able to react that quickly.
And that's broken up with a stick in front. Slides it diagonally to Thompson. Along the boards, they battle for the puck. Scooped up along the wall by Lindros. Steps across the blue line. Shot! Easily turned aside by Blackwood.
I don't think we talk often enough about the skill of balance on your edges. I mean, he is able to manipulate because he is so strong. He's able to hold on to the puck even though the defenders are right on him.
Good use of the body to knock him off the puck. Picked up along the wall by Morrissey. Fires it on net. And he gets all on that one as it was teed up with the slapper, but he turns it aside. Delayed penalty coming up here. Quick whistle stops the play. The Leafs will be forced to serve 2 minutes for cross-checking.
When you elect to cross-check, you're sending a message to your opponent, but if the official is there, guess what? You're going to march your way to the box.
Well, as both teams dig in for the face-off here, just moments away, it's our first opportunity to look at the power play unit here.
First power play of the game and an opportunity to go up by 1, and analytics will tell you when you score first, chances are you win the game.
In front and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up.
Clark's been struggling to put up some numbers, and it can be frustrating to head into a pointless streak and continue. When that happens, you start to get down on yourself. It can really affect your confidence. You got to focus on the little things and try and keep good habits.
Good reach to the stick to knock the puck away. The Leafs have possession shorthanded. The Predators have it in the offensive end. Makes the save as that goes off the glove.
Well, this save was way more difficult than it looked, James. I mean, there's so much traffic in front that he's fighting through to see, and he finds...
Oh, Troy Terry.
Back of the net.
What were you doing, Cernak?
There it is, James, the first goal of this playoff series, and everyone wanted that one. You want to play with the lead, and you certainly want to dictate it. Well, the team will take the lead after that power play goal, and the coaches smile behind the bench. I think he gave a little bit of a fist bump there as well, just recognizing the efforts of the unit.
The Predators couldn't have asked for a better start here tonight as they are on the board still early in the first.
Yeah, they get their legs underneath them right from the opening faceoff. They get multiple lines into the game, and they just kept building momentum, and they're rewarded with that first goal of the game.
Centering pass in front, and that goes off the body and arrive. Blackwood's going to hang on for a whistle. Still lots of time left here in this frame. We got a 1-0 game to this point. Strome's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Receives the pass. And he's ridden off the puck. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And forces a huge turnover here with the steal. Passes it over to Shen. Takes the feed from the left side. And he takes a shot. Oh, 10-best save right there. Bring it up.
I thought it was in, James. I was ready for a goal call there, but that is desperation. He finds a way to track and get to that puck. Don't know how, but he kept it out.
Centers are lined up, and we are ready to resume. Toronto's taking possession in their own end. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Big time stop there. Grabbed along the boards by Lawton. Good use of the body on the play. Bluger's got the puck near the back end. Glass explores his options in the corner. Comes up with the steal. The Leafs take it across the blue line. Fires it into the offensive zone. Quick pass to Glass. Handles the pass. Glass picks up the puck. And now he moves it to Brazeau. And that's intercepted by Cernak. Toronto's got a hold of it against the wall. Pass across to Murray. Nashville's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Snaps it on net. Blackwood's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. We've got a 1-0 hockey game thus far. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Nashville's got the puck along the boards. Here's a short pass to Ramage. And that pass is redirected. Delayed penalty coming up here by the official. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Shen. Puck battle along the boards. Whistle blown, stopping the play. And coach is looking for an explanation here from the official.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the refs here because he wants to know why his team is being penalized more often, and it's clearly having a factor in the game. Shooting through traffic is an art, James. Not everyone can do it. You got to find a way to get the puck through. And when you have players that have the IQ and the shot, this is exactly what you do on your power play. You get it up high, and then you shoot the puck. But you need net front presence. You need hard, physical bodies in front to be able to collect the rebound and bury it.
Hope everyone's enjoying the game here tonight. Another big face-off here on this power play. The Leafs come up with the defensive zone draw. They move the puck out of harm's way. Nashville's got it behind the net. Quick feed to Strome. Malkin's got the puck. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Foot.
Game management is everything, and you have to be aware of exactly what that is. And you can't take risks in a game where you're leading. You have to find a way to protect the lead.
From the left side into the middle of the neutral zone. Oh, gets a little piece of it and keeps it out of the net. And they'll get it out of the defensive end. Looks like there's a
Well, what's happening now?
Here by the officials. The goaltender is quickly off to his bench to get the extra attacker out. Well, look at this, Cheryl. Here we go. The parade is officially underway.
It certainly is, and everyone in the building, you can hear the crowd just jeering
Barely
with their
touched them.
frustration, including everyone on the bench, completely deflated right now.
A non-stop procession to the penalty box for the home team. Huge opportunity for the power play as they'll start with a 5-on-3.
On a 5-on-3 with all that ice available and the defensive coverage in the middle of the ice, you have to find a way to pull them outside just a little bit. Sometimes a shot does that. What it does, they react to the shot and the rebound. Guess what? Open lanes.
Angles it over to Leddy. And that's broken up in the defensive zone by Lindros. Nice job to escape the zone. Burrows has served his time in the box, but they remain shorthanded, and he joins the penalty kill. Along the wing up the neutral zone. Toronto's got possession while undermanned. Good clearing attempt to breathe. Leddy's got control of it now behind the cage. Long lead pass into the neutral zone. From right out of midair, he bats it down. And the puck is cleared to a safer spot. Nashville's got possession of the puck. Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. Puts it on net. The Predators take possession here in the open ice. The Leafs will kill off a few extra seconds now. Man advantage is up. Both teams back to even strength.
Body language says it all, James. Have a look at the unit here. Every single one of them deflated. They know that they needed to score, and this is the expectation of the power play, and they go back to the bench with their heads facing their skates.
Nashville's got a hold of the puck now. Working the puck deep inside their own end. Looks to make a play over to Stahl. Here's a chance! And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Takes it across the blue line. The Leafs get a hold of the puck along the boards. Knocked away. Here's a blast! Oh, wins it off the crossbar!
Myers hits the frame again, James. This has got to be so frustrating. You got to say to yourself, man, can I get a bounce?
Toronto's going to play it from the corner. Oh, what a stop! And they'll dump it in. And he takes the dish. And a great save!
Great positioning by the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
Nashville's got a hold of it along the wall. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. Moves it quickly over to Kaprizov. Gaining momentum up along the side. Tries to feed it over to Murray. Throws it in. Picked up along the boards by Hyman.
There we go, Zach Hyman.
Now we are, James, and you can certainly feel them coming, couldn't you? I mean, the energy was starting to shift, and they get rewarded with that goal. In today's game, so many goaltenders are butterfly goalies, and he is no different as he drops into the butterfly, looking to get his arms up quick enough, but he can't. The shooter just whistles one up high.
Toronto's jumped right back into this one by evening things up, and they have to have the momentum now, Cheryl.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in the last few minutes of a period and you get the equalizer, those next few shifts are really important, James, to dictate the pace and see if you get another one, right? You can feel the energy right now. You can see it on the body language. You can see it on the bench. Now they got to get out there and they got to deliver on these next shifts.
The Predators have it now. And they'll go the other way with it. Great play by Murray. You'll need more than that to beat him. Moves the puck. Levels him with the hit.
Power forwards drive lanes and they drive bodies, and that one's perfectly executed.
Oh, what a save in front.
Does a great job with some great pushes to get to the top of his crease and make the save from a high-danger area.
All right, time to get a clean sheet of ice here as period number 1 comes to an end. As you heard the horn sound, we'll be back with much, much more as this is going to be a fun one tonight.
Well, slow start for the Leafs. They got into some penalty trouble, but they managed to fight back and tie this game up. Let's hope they can get this go-ahead goal in the second.
And the official seems about ready to drop the puck on period number 2. Looking for that go-ahead goal here as the play is underway in the second. Let's get the talented Cheryl Pounder back into this one. What do you make of the first 20 minutes of action?
Nashville's fortunate to be in a game here. I mean, it's tied heading into the second period, and they did not have the bulk of the play. Why? Because they turned the puck over way too many times. There's different areas of the ice where you're more vulnerable. They got to get out of those spots and find a way to move the puck quickly.
And they take possession off the draw here in their own end.
Huge win by the center to give his team an opportunity to get out of the zone after a critical icing.
Fires it, and that's off the iron!
Toronto's been battling this entire game, and it's been back and forth and still tied. They were looking to get the go-ahead goal there with that good look, but it goes off the pipe.
No quarter given here as they battle for the loose puck along the boards. Takes a shot, and turns aside the slapper with ease. Takes it at center. Here's a shot, and he shuts the door on that. Still plenty of time left in this frame. You can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Quick shot, and that's off target.
We can certainly be disappointed with his finishing touch there, James, but a lot of good work put into the fight for position to get to that area in the first place.
Burrows scoops it up here inside the defensive zone. From the point, they take control of it. Picked off. Puck sent over to Strome. Nice poke check. Moves it to Burrows. Takes it to the front. Stopped by the goaltender.
Well, he makes an incredible save on a point-blank shot here, James. I love the way he's aggressive, he's competitive, and he wins the battle.
Teams are ready for the draw. The linesman about to drop the puck. Nashville's got the puck after winning the defensive zone faceoff. Unable to reach that one. The Leafs gain control of the puck against the wall. Here we go. Puck's in deep. Taken along the wall by Murray. He tries to tuck it in. Blackwood's opted to hang on to the puck for a faceoff. Nearing the midway mark of the period. We are all tied up in this one. Schen's won the faceoff. Great pressure forcing the turnover. And that's a great heads-up play by Schenn. Toronto's got the puck. With possession along the wall. Denies him on the slapper. From the left side, he moves it up ahead. Here's a chance. Shot! And he stands tall in goal. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. Glass is quick on the draw. Snaps one on net. Denies him in close.
I love how aggressive he plays the shooter on the inner slot here, James. He knows that he's got to take away the net, so he gets out and challenges to make the save.
And they win the defensive zone faceoff. The Leafs move to the offensive zone. And the traffic neutralizes that threat. Blocked, and he may have just stopped a goal.
I think he did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great threat shot like that, and he finds a way to get in front of that and quick.
The Predators take it from the side. Toronto's got the puck in their own end. From a tight angle, throws it on net. An easy save by Blackwood. Feeds it up ahead. Sent into the offensive zone. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Quick pass across to Morrissey. Moves it up. Good check, frees the puck up. Here's a shot, and he had the answer on that one.
Hasek's made a great save, and even better is the redirect to the corner.
And there's the save. Trying to come up with a huge defensive play to get this puck out of his own end. Works it across to Strome. And that's picked off in the neutral zone by Clark.
There we go, Bobby Clark.
Well, the lead is in their hands, and now it's about building off of that. Good shift management, dictating pace, controlling the offensive zone. Everything now, it's on the line. Man, is this ever a deflator for the opponent? I mean, to give this puck away, but you got to give credit where credit is due. It's about good
Off the glove, off the mask, and in.
Exactly what he does. Gets his feet moving after the pick, and he buries it.
The Leafs are up by one, and this is certainly a team that seems to play with more confidence when they're not chasing the game, Cheryl.
Yeah, it's always better to be when you're in front, James. I mean, you know that you have the lead. You have a little more confidence when the puck's on your stick, but there's a lot of runway left. They have to play with that confidence, but they have to manage the puck as well.
And he takes the feed. Oh, look at this. The Predators look to start the transition game. Tries to make a move and can't hang on to the puck. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
Sometimes when you lose the puck, it's a product of trying to do too much. Sometimes keeping it simple is more effective.
Tries to make that cross-ice feed. Sends it in deep. Nashville's got a hold of it against the wall. And that's poked away in the offensive zone by Clark. From behind the net. From the boards, he takes that pass. Answers it with an even better save. Slides the puck ahead to Thompson. Down the left wing, vacating the zone. Takes the puck into the corner of the offensive end. Glove save by the goalie. Goaltender covers that. We got a stoppage in play. Past the halfway mark of this period, the Leafs have taken the lead here over the last few minutes. They'd love to build on it. The Predators win the draw and they go on the attack here in the offensive zone. Oh, stops it with a glove. Great reflexes there.
What a save from point-blank range. I mean, he's in fabulous position, square to the shooter in the slot, and he makes the glove hand save.
Centers glide into the dots. We're ready to get things back going again. Clark's won the draw in his own end. Now let's see if they can clear it. Puts it in deep. Nashville's got the puck behind the net. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Quick pass to Clark. Turns the puck over. Great read defensively there. Toronto's got the puck in the corner.
Oh!
That's 3 in a row.
Alexander Burrows.
It's easier when you're running in the game and your opponent is chasing, and that's exactly what's happening right now. But the goaltender may want this one back as he looks and opens up the 5-hole, and this is because he shows good patience to open it up. You can see the frustration on the coach behind the bench here. His team didn't come ready to play, and nothing he says or does makes a difference right now.
The Leafs have padded their lead now, extending it to 2 here in the second.
Well, you're over halfway through the game now. You've got a healthy lead, but you got to find a way to keep the pedal to the metal, if you will, James. You have to put the gas on. You want to attack. You don't want to sit back and give them any life.
Makes a move in front. Blocked by Blackwood.
What a fantastic save from a high-danger scoring area, James. And, I mean, he's bailing his team out. They have to do a better job of protecting the middle of the ice.
Here's a short pass to Murray. That knocks him off the puck. Taken by Pellick. Nashville's got him along the wall. Knocks the puck loose after a solid hit. Slides it diagonally to Regier. And he blocks the shot. Great defensive play. Dumps it into the O-zone. Sends a pass over. Toronto's looking to break out of their own end. Stops him cold. He looks deep to Lawton. On the attack along the boards. Nashville's got possession of the puck. Tosses it on to Brazeau. Takes the feed. Uses the force on that hit. Quick feed to Valimaki. Grabs the puck. The Predators have it behind the cage. Shakes off the coverage. And that's a great heads-up in the defensive zone to force the turnover.
Well, no question, this is a frustrating play for everyone. It almost feels like it's going from bad to worse. You're losing, you're trying to get...
Oh, what a save! I can't believe he kept it out!
I don't even know how he got to that puck there, James. Goalie coaches are going to continually work on position while this has nothing to do with it. This is all about, Will, getting to the puck and being acrobatic in your crease.
Big stop right there!
Hasek's had a solid night between the pipes, James. I mean, he's done everything he could to stop the puck, as indicated by his save percentage, but his team has also been really strong. Got the confidence of their netminder, and they've created a ton of opportunities.
Well, a strong second period gives the Leafs a 2-goal lead. Let's hope they keep this up and maybe add to it.
Players are set, officials are set, third period action is coming up. All right, the puck is dropped on the third and final frame. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
Nashville dug themselves a hole through 2 periods of play, James, simply because they haven't managed the puck. They forced plays, which has created turnovers, and they haven't been able to generate any offense at all.
Loses the coverage there. Lindros looks around. Huge steal in his own end. Tried to make a move and the puck hops away.
It almost looked as if he was going to get by the defender, but that extra move took his space away, and it goes the other way.
And they keep the pressure on. And he takes the feed. Slides it across. The Leafs have it now. Makes his presence known on the ice. Takes the feed from the left side. Takes a shot. Nice stop by Blackwood. Pushes it across to Shen. Pinned up along the boards. The Leafs gain possession along the wall. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Off the inside of the post and stays out. A game of inches.
Nashville's players are frustrated. They know that you don't get the great looks all the time in the game, and they also know how close this one is. They have to find a way to stay confident, continue with the game plan as they press towards the offensive zone.
Quick shot. Can't get it to go. Hammers it on net. And that caroms off one of his teammates in front. From off the wall and onto his stick. Burrows takes it into the offensive zone. Toronto's playing it from the side. Ref's arms in the air. We got a penalty coming up. There's the whistle, and here's the call.
With that last call, the coach wants an explanation, but he is absolutely irate right now. He better be careful he doesn't get ejected.
Another power play opportunity coming up here.
Having success earlier on the power play, they recognize where the openings have been. But what I love about it is they're not afraid to change it up. The motion on this power play and these sequences have really been the reason they've been successful.
Trapper save!
Classic's been a perfect example of how it's quality over quantity and recognizing the key timeliness to making a big save and how it can be such an energy booster and momentum swinger for your team. I mean, he has been on point tonight. He has been dialed in, and he has really controlled this crease.
Strome's ready to take the draw here on this power play. The Predators start with the puck in their own end. Now he slides it up to Strome. The Leafs gain control of it. Malkin's got it against the boards. Toronto's penalty killers get a hold of it. And they get the puck out of harm's way. Tries to get this man advantage going from their own end now. Moves the puck across to Kaprizov. And he can't hang on after that hit. Sends it in on the attack. The Predators have it now. Scooped up along the wall by Johansson. Passed up ahead. Nashville's got the puck against the boards. Toronto's got possession while undermanned. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Angles it over to Pelech.
Burrows is almost back in the play.
Directed over to Taves. The Leafs PK unit delivers on that.
Well, PK can be put back on their heels, and I felt like this group was on their toes. They knew exactly how to protect this lead and really create some energy for their team.
Oh, look at this chance! And a stick break setup. Puck dumped in. The Leafs gain control of the puck. Moves it quickly over to Burrows. The Leafs looking against the half wall. Covers it up, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
I always find in playoffs that it is so difficult to get to the other team's net, right? So whoever defends a slot is going to be victorious. Whoever wins the puck battles and the board battles. It is a physical game, and imposing your will like that hit sends a clear message that you are willing to get to the dirty areas.
And there's a little help from your friends right there from off the wing coming up with the puck. Jostling for the puck, and he loses control. Here's a pass down low. Off a stick, and they can't connect. Sends the pass over. Moves the puck along the half wall. Toronto's got it from behind the net. And it's freed up over to his teammate with a nice kick pass. And now he tries to get it across to Murray. There's a shot. Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes.
There we go, Glenn Murray.
And talking about confidence, hey, James, I mean, their opponent does not have an answer. They look absolutely stunned. I mean, they are like a freight train just pounding down on him. Well, no question that this is a hard shot and it's a quick release, but I just found that the goaltender was there. He just didn't catch the puck as it just squeaks by underneath the glove.
The Leafs are sending a clear message that they are not taking their foot off the gas in this third period here, Cheryl.
Well, you can certainly tell that they bought into the game plan, and the coach is certainly ecstatic with the performance of the entire bench. I mean, look at the way they're moving and holding the puck, attacking the net at the right times. It has been a seamless effort.
Samuelson's got it in the defensive end. The Predators played along the boards. Skates in behind the cage. Slides it back to the blue line. And there's a shot. There's a great save on an excellent chance there. Shot. Gets a glove on it. Wow, what a stop by Blackwood. Toronto's been way more active here tonight on the ice, and they have certainly capitalized on their opportunities and continue to lead in the third. And that's a great read to pick off the pass.
The Leafs are dominating play, and in my opinion, James, this all starts your work away from the puck. When you close quickly, you retrieve it first. They've done an excellent job of that, and it's gone the other way, and they've cashed in.
Battle along the boards. Nashville's got a hold of it along the wall. Moves it to Shen. Grabs the puck in the slot.
The Leafs have controlled the puck and dominated play right from puck drop. And these games are a ton of fun. Sometimes you can't reproduce the feeling that goes along with them. So when you're in it, when you're embracing it, you have to find a way to really enjoy it.
Toronto's motor has been non-stop tonight. Lots of shots on net, and they lead in the third. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. Takes the feed. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. And now it's grabbed by foot. Morrissey's got it on the offensive end. Oh, hello. Comes up with the puck with a quick steal. Nice flick of the stick. Denies him on the play. Toronto's got a hold of the puck. Picked up along the wall by Morrissey. And that's picked off in the neutral zone by Pellick. Slides it across to Regier. From the right side, he goes to the middle of the neutral zone. The Predators have it against the wall. What a steal in his own end. Nashville's going to play the puck from behind the cage. The Predators pick up steam and are on the attack. He says, let's get physical on that play. Gains the zone on the left wing. Takes a couple of knocks and loses control. Fires it into the offensive zone. Toronto's got the puck along the boards. The Leafs will play it in their own end. The Predators have a hold of it in the defensive zone. From the open ice, they gain the line. Puck grab by Valimaki. Quick pass to Murray. Gets the puck in deep. Less than 60 seconds left here in the final frame. Takes that pass back at the point. Put it up the post!
The Leafs are leading in this one, and another one could never hurt, but it's a tough game here. It's tough to put it by the tender, who seems to be in good position because the puck keeps getting rung off the post.
Samuelson's lugging the puck. Coming down the left wing and into the zone. Reaches out and uses the stick. Scoops up the puck here. Toronto's got it in their own zone. Final seconds ticking away on this one, and the home team giving the fans something to cheer and get loud about. Listen to them. Shot! And there's the final horn, putting a bow on this one here this evening. An impressive team effort as they take the first one and draw the proverbial first blood into the series, Cheryl.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they would have drawn it up, James. You want to make sure that you are the one that establishes the play and pace of the game right off the top, and you want to set the tone. Well, they did that, and now their opponent's squeezing their sticks a little tight.
Well, hopefully you're just as excited as we are to call the next postseason game down the road, and we will see you then. From all of us here at EA Sports, thanks for joining us.
Great start to the series for the Leafs as they outshoot Nashville 27-25, out-hit them 39-29, have more time to attack. Nashville has the better pass percentage. Nashville won the faceoffs 18-11, and Nashville got the only power plays in the game, going 1 for 4. For the box scores for Toronto, you had Glenn Murray with a goal and an assist, Hyman with a goal, Provorov, Cernak with an assist, Burrows, Clark with goals, Barish, Danfus with assists. And Hasek made 24 saves on 25 shots, 1 goal allowed for a .960 save percentage. For Nashville, we had Troy Terry with the goal, Nick Leddy with the assist, and Blackwood made 23 saves on 27 shots, 4 goals allowed for an .852 save percentage. And with the win, Toronto takes a 1-0 series lead. So remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next game for Game 2 of this first round matchup between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Nashville Predators.